Show. Coming to you live Friday on Facebook. Join us here live.
Last time we're trying this shit.
We want to welcome you to the evil empire where we will undoubtedly end the world. Maybe you can help me save it. Here, live. It's the J.A.W Show.
You really did that to me again. Hi guys, sorry about the lateness. I know I'm a lot late today for my show. So we will be going 30 minutes from right now. So thank you, and I apologize for what's going on. Okay, besides technical difficulties, here we go. Last week I was in I had a back emergency. I had an emergency look at my back. I had sepsis in my back after getting a cortisone shot. It's very complicated with what happened, but they did something wrong, making me have a giant infection in my back, and now I have 6 weeks to pump these chemicals into my body and, be okay with my life and all of that stuff. So as you can see, guys, I'm here today to kind of fill you guys in. So now that you guys know what happened last week and why there wasn't an episode, and I'm going to make sure that I do like a small video or something on YouTube saying, hey, I'm sorry I wasn't there this week, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so, hey, we talk about, I want to talk about the topic of the day. Let's raise a legion, right? Well, what does that mean? We're all a part of these groups. We're all a part of these families, these people we consider more than what they should be in our lives. Your mom is your mom no matter what, but you have that other mom that comes through for you when your mom isn't there or maybe has passed on or whatever, right? See those people trying to stop my evil plan again? See, that's what happens, guys. They just kind of come in here and they block what I'm trying to tell you guys. So it's important that you guys listen, right? So, listen. It is all about how we come together as a group, how we all come together as families, a small group of people. Sometimes your support system is everything to how you can become a better person. If you have a person who's supportive of you changing and growing and becoming a better person, then that's what you're going to do because you're already willing to go there. You have supportive people who love you telling you it's okay to do that. And then you go to the next step, which is basically, taking the time and the effort to put the energy into actually doing the work. And we always don't think about this conspiracy that we have going around our head. Last week, I wanted to talk about conspiracy theories and why we get so involved in conspiracy and why it's easier to believe in the fantastic than it is to believe in the possible, and or why is believing in the fantasy wrong, and why should I believe more in the impossible? Because I don't know if you pray, I don't know if you do magic, I don't know if you pray to the spaghetti monster in the sky. I don't know what you do. That's your choice. That's your decision. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, you become a Wiccan. No. If you feel a calling to something and you feel strongly about that, I don't care if it's Christ and you want to tell me all about Christ and how much you love Christ and whatever he's done for you to make your life better. That's great. Tell me, please, because you know what that does to me? That makes me realize, hey, someone found a path for them that works really good for them. They're listening to their inner voice. They're listening to their God. They're following their book and rules that they've set aside. And they're just trying to do what they feel in their heart is right for their faith. And yes, we all hate the people who show up at your doorstep and say, hey, you want to hear about Jesus, right? Well, if you have a different faith, sit and listen to what they have to say and then explain, well, okay, you've explained your faith to us. Will you sit and listen to us explain ours? That's it. It's a fair exchange. hey, you come tell us about us, I'll come tell you about us. That way there's some understanding there. I mean, it's not rocket science, people. It's not. You know, um, you know, I was recently reminded that it takes a strong leader in order for you to make the world a better place. You have to be able to be okay with what's going on in here first. Once you've got that settled and that pretty much we've got that covered kind of basis, and you got to work on that constantly. It can't just be a one-time deal. You deal with it and you're done. No, it's a constant battle. It's a constant fight. It's a constant get off of your ass and do something about what's going on in your life. I have to drink less water now, less coffee, less liquid, because I've been taking in way too much water. I've been overhydrating, people. That's one of the other problems that I did. So, and I have to get better control of my physical. So I'm going to have to work on doing more physical work for a while. And that kind of puts me back on a reset path. Hey, you know what? This resets me to going, I have to go through something medical now. I want to go through it and have that experience. And I want to be able to talk about that experience. So just to let you guys know, when I got out of the hospital, I got a PICC line put in. That's a little tube that goes into my heart where I shoot my antibiotics every 3 times a day. And, and I have to flush, and I have to do it in a certain way. I have to make sure my hands are sanitized. I have to make sure I sanitize the piece every time I use a different thing, like either I'm doing a cleanse, or I'm doing the antibiotic, or if I'm doing another flush, or if I'm doing the stabilizing unit, whatever that is, that's what I'm doing next, right? So, it's important that you guys understand that change is coming for all of us. We don't know when it's going to happen to us. Did I expect to spend a week in a hospital bed wondering if I was going to walk again? Wondering if this surgery could possibly be the last time I ever fucking said anything to anybody? If I had to have surgery, I was faced with a decision. Maybe surgery, or maybe let's see if we can get control of the infection. They chose, let's get control of the infection, which is appreciative, because they didn't just say, you know what, we don't think you're able to go through the process of doing it the right way. We have to take this off of your hands and give you a back surgery. Not only are we going to clean out all of the liquid, we're going to repair what's wrong. You're going to have to be in bed in here for more than 6 weeks. And I love the people there. Awesome. The food sucked. And just recovering from this stuff wasn't easy for me to go through. It was a difficult time because I had to face the fact that, hey, this could kill me. Hey, this PICC line that's in me right now, it could kill me. I could end up with a clot. I could end up with an aneurysm. I could end up with a bunch of different stuff that could possibly fucking happen. And I have to go, maybe I should be thinking about why it's important for me to get my shit back on track, So, Jesus, this Marvel does not like me. Likes. And we got it fixed. And I'm putting up all of my little items here on my wall. I should show you my wall sometime. Okay, good. This is what I see every time I do my morning show, my show. Okay, so now you've seen the other side of the coin. You know me a little bit better. Oh no, you'll stop my evil plan. But hey, let's talk about raising a legion, raising an army for yourself. Raising a legion. This whole show, raising the legion, enacting the evil plan, right? It's time, right? It's time to enact the evil plan. Hey, I put a countdown out there. That's my countdown clock to the end of times. That's when I plan to press the magic red button. That's when I plan to enact my evil empire plan. So you have until then to stop me. Maha, maha, maha. Okay. So, you got to come here and convince me that that's the wrong thing to do. And I should, consider other ways to keep helping save the world, you know. So, do I think I'm really making a big ass difference here? You know, I, I think maybe one or two people might come in and watch my show every once in a while and go, we like him. We understand him. We want to know what's going on with him. So it's one of those possible things. I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, is that going to stop me from doing my show? No, I just won't have an opening anymore. I'll have it on YouTube when you can see it. I can I can edit the software so that you can see the whole episode, and then we'll go from there. Just like now, I see a dashboard. I can see if there's people who want to chat with me, stuff like that. Go live with others. I don't know if this is working. So I'm at 17 minutes anyway, so I've got a couple more. I got, a couple minutes to finish my thought. No, wait. We're gonna do, okay. Sometimes you gotta light your own flame before you can do anything for anybody else. But once you've lit your flame, you have a reward. Even though it might sometimes be toxic, sometimes it's not always the best thing for you, sometimes it's not always the thing that you should be doing. Sometimes a little vice or something that gets you that little bit of extra happiness in your life. I was not a smoker for almost most of my life. Okay, when I married my wife Beth, I started doing it for a ritualistic purpose. Then I got addicted to the tobacco and the nicotine, and then I started smoking. And to be honest with you, guys, really, it's a little cathartic therapy for me because I know this is slowly killing me, but at the same time, when I take that deep breath, when I take that into my soul and my heart, it fills me with something. I don't know what it fills me with, but it makes me happy. I've chosen to make a wrong choice. I'm okay with making the wrong choice. And you know what? I hope you'll be okay with me making a wrong choice. And that acceptance is what we need to get to. Hey, you're a white supremacist and you hate a black person. Okay, you know what? You're a big, powerful white man who can start a community that is white only. And you know what? You can say, we're going to do this under Freedom of Expression Act, and you can do a Church of the White, the white God Jesus, or whatever you want to call it, and then go from there. I mean, it's not that difficult for us to stop and think, what really, really, really matters is that I did this in a way that will be helpful later, but not now, you know. And so other than that, I have to do it 3 times a day, and I have to find out all this information and go from there. Hi guys. Hi. See, they're trying to interrupt my signal so you guys don't hear me and understand me. But that's not important. So the groups you should be looking for are the people who are going to go out of their way to try to help you, even though sometimes they need the help. Even though sometimes their checkbook has balanced to a point where they feel healthy enough to help somebody else out. Now, whether it's money, time, projects, just your general get your life back in order crap, you know, let's help you fix these floors up so that you don't have to work. Let's make sure you have running water everywhere. Let's make sure you have hot water running everywhere, so that you're ready for what's to come next, because the next emergency could be around the corner. I don't know. I got a conspiracy to keep me in a hospital for a week or a place. I don't say in a bed I hated to lay in for a week. It wasn't the most pleasant experience in the world, but it wasn't the hospital's fault that I had to go through that. Those are the tools and equipment they have available for me. And right now, I have everything I need. I drank some water. Now it's kind of finally trying to come up. It's like, I'm going to come up on you. And I still got to take my morning AM meds. So, I got to go do that after the show. We think about how we can get our friends and our family and our people to be a part of our let's support Josh group, or let's support you group, or let's support, our friend group. Hey, we're 5 of Josh's best friends, and we're going to come together and we're going to say, hey, Josh, you know what? We have some concerns, we have some compliments, and then we have some things that we might want to talk about, just so that we have a better understanding of who you are. It's taking the time to get to know somebody and find out what's actually going on in the head of theirs, Now, people assume they think they know me. They don't. No one knows me. Not even you guys know me. Only I know me, because only I am living in this brain of mine. Only I'm living in this physical body. So only I know this part of me. That's all I can really ever know. Every other connection I make is a choice. Every other thing I do is a choice. Every other job I take is a choice. Every other, reason for being here, it's my choice to do that. Everything is free will. We don't understand that premise, and I don't know why we don't get that. I know I just had a sip, but I gotta have another one. So I had to see that, guys, but I had to do that. So, Josh, we have to close the door because we're waking up Eunice here. And I'm smoking, so I should probably be doing that anyway. Anyway, so, it's all good. But let's think about, hey, Josh. Yeah. Your hygiene is bad. You have to update your clothes, and you have to make sure that when you're sharing something with somebody, you're just, sometimes you overshare and sometimes you don't share enough. So you have to find a better balance of that. Sometimes you are helpful to the point of too helpful. Sometimes you drive yourself, faster and harder because you want to strive to be somebody they are proud of, and all they really want from you is to be proud of you and let you be proud of yourself. That's all they really, really, really want. That's all anybody really wants. They want to feel some sense of accomplishment. They want to sense some sense of duty, some sense of leadership, some sense of, whatever trips your trigger. Okay. But like I said, go to these white supremacist groups and find out what the really meat and the bones of their hatred is. And then, give them a community by themselves. Why not? Why not just let them be accepting and accept them for who they are? And we say, you know what? In this community only, if you're black, we don't want you here. There aren't even laws supporting things. And then you secede, or you do something where you become your own state or your own country or whatever. And then you don't have to worry about what anyone tells you to do anymore. So, you go from there. You go from wherever you are, And then all the people in the world that finally understand that now the border has changed, and now wherever that place is now strictly a different country. It's the country of white supremacists, not the country of United States of America. I mean, find an island or something, guys. I mean, come on. You say you're organized. Black Lives Matter, same thing, damn it. I mean, hey, let's get a group of you together. Let's get a stationary place where all of us can come and talk about why Black lives should matter. And they should. They should matter. I still can't breathe. I still can't breathe. George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. You know, what happened to him was monstrously criminal. Monstrously criminal. And I'm glad it happened, and I'm not glad it happened. I'm not glad we had to lose a beautiful man like George Floyd, and we had to lose somebody who just was working out of desperation, working out of I have to have this mode, and he literally got his buttons pushed to the point of I have to get this or I'm going to die. And then when he was arrested, he was treated like, what he did was kill a family, a serial killer who's been out there 20 years burying bodies somewhere. And he's not. He's just a guy who, tried to pass on a fake $20 bill so he could get some food and crap for his family. It's not like he went out and bought drugs with a fucking fake 20, And then I understand the arrest, but then you got him down on the ground, you cuff him, you put him in the back of the fucking car, and then you avoid that whole situation. He died going into the ambulance because his windpipe got crushed. I mean, if that's not murder, I don't know what is. They found him guilty, guys. Guilty. So, the justice system prevailed. And that's what I loved about it, because we took a hard look at our police. We took a hard look at that Pacific officer and the officers that were with him and all other officers to see what their records are showing in there that we're not paying attention to. Internal Affairs needs to step up. Hey, you guys should have known about all of this. You guys should have known and should have told us what was going on. Because your group can't help you if you're not communicative with them. That's just how it is. You cannot be a part of a social family if you're not willing to share your real truth, not the, this is what I want to pretend to be. This is the Jabadier, Hellfire, God, Demon, Monster Jabadier talking here. And I'm going to destroy you all. Because the evil plan shall be enacted on June 26th. The 6th, on the 6th, at 6 p.m., at 6:06, 6 p.m. exactly. So, I'll enact my evil plan then. It gives me plenty of time to make sure I get all those signatures and make sure I get everything set up and ready to go for that day. So prepare for our last day. I'll probably do a really funny show for that. That'll probably be it. Might even be an hour episode, because we're going to talk about everything we've done up until that point and, go from there. So, I'm ending the world on that day. I've given you the date, June 6th of 2026 at 6:06 p.m. Central Time. Okay? There you go. Now you know. All right, that's when you have to stop me. Okay, good. Now, and you know what the evil plan is, because I've explained the evil plan several times. But just in case this is your first episode and you're coming here and you don't understand what the evil plan is all about, I have written a spell book. I am going to conjure the most evil, diabolical demon in the history of all demons. His essence is going to flow into my body, and I am going to become him. Okay? At that point, I have already set up my innocent souls list. I need 666 innocent people to sign my paper saying they're willing to stand in front of me and say, no, we are willing to die so that you can press this button. Then I'm going to have a demon army in front of them going full tilt kitty with swords and whatever weapon of choice or monstrous thing they can think of to come up to take out anybody trying to stop me. 666 demonic demons protecting me. And then after that, I'm going to be in the center of that, endowing myself with a ritual that in essence brings to life Jabadier Athrith Walkfire, and I destroy the world by pressing one red magic button that entirely blows up the earth all at once at the same time. In essence, I will murder the world, thus saving everybody's soul at the same time, thus making me the only one who goes to hell and everybody else who goes to heaven. So I'm the savior of the human race. I saved the world. That's my rationality. Now you know the evil plan. Rules of an evil villain. Got to give away your evil plan. Got to make sure people know when the date is. Got to make sure you're clear about your mission. My mission is to run a comedy satire podcast, to interview interesting and fun people, to give my opinions about life, liberty, the justice system, whatever the frick comes out of my mouth. You know, that's what you guys have to do with. You have to listen to me babble for 30 minutes telling you what I think about life. And if you like what I say, you can come back next week and check me out again. If you don't like what you see, well, there are plenty of channels out there you can go check out and see. A little awesomity. Hey, you didn't like me? Check out one of my guests. Check out one of the people that I've had on. Go watch one of the episodes where I brought people onto my show and told them, hey, it's okay, let's go. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. You know? So, you know, in a couple weeks, I'm going to have a band called Geocide Band. And they're a band I don't know a whole lot about. So, you know, it's going to be fun because I don't know anything about them. They're going to explain what they do, and then they're going to help me save the world. See, what I'm really doing is I'm getting a hold of individual people, and I'm saying, how are you being responsible for what is going on in your neighborhood or in your life? How are you trying to make the world, you and the world around you, a better place? Are you doing anything that supports anybody else other than yourself? If you're doing it for yourself, is it so that you can get back on track and so that you can run a life that is worth living? Great. Wonderful. That's what I want. If you are coming here because you want someone to listen to because, hey, maybe I'm just sick and tired of the same old spiel from everybody else, I sneak up on you. No. Anyway, demon came out at me for just a minute. But I want to do fun local interviews with people who might be interesting. I want to support my local area. You know, I want to support Minnesota, Circle Pines. I want to support what happens in Minnesota. Therefore, you know, I'm trying to be helpful not only to my state, my community. I'm doing this for people who live in California or other places too. It doesn't matter where you come from. I want you on the show. I would prefer you being in Minneapolis and St. Paul, but hey, maybe you have a connection there. Maybe you have something that you do in the music industry. Maybe you have something you do in the arts and crafts industry. Maybe you do something in the talk show circuit history. Maybe you do something about, you do your own podcast, your own show, you know, your own reasons for being here. So, well, and all I really want from you guys is you guys to come here, get something out of my shows and go, you know what, that wasn't a bad episode. Let me check it out the next time. But, you know, like I said, hey, you don't like what you see? I don't mind if you go to a different channel. I want you to want to come here, not because you have to, because you want to. And I'm doing this all off of the top of my head, and I really don't have any experience about what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway because I think it's fun. You know? So we got the back surgery covered, we got the group things done, but, you know, like I said, raising a legion for yourself is important. You have to have a backup system, and you have to have a place you can run to when you need help. You know, even if it's, I can't help you financially, but I will pray for you. Okay, I'll take it. I have about 20 minutes, Josh. Let's talk. What's going on right now? Tell me, explain. 20 minutes later. Oh, we understand. Okay, see, it's that simple. It's taking the time and effort to put into the relationships you have. And I'm really, really wondering why we aren't doing that already. Who cares what the color of your skin is? Who cares about any of that shit? Nobody cares about that shit. Well, okay, I can't say nobody, but most people don't care about that shit. We just want to live our lives. Even if you're white supremacist, you just want to live in a life that has meaning and purpose for yourself, not necessarily what will work for everybody else. You know? So you got to go there. Well, guys, I know that I started my show really, really late today. I know it kind of ended up in a weird place, but I really appreciate you guys coming. Don't forget to come here every week and watch the Comedy Satire Podcast, The J.A.W Show. I will greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So I really appreciate you guys being here today. I'm going to skip the show closing and just say thank you for watching The J.A.W Show. We've enjoyed you. We'll tune in next week. Okay, we're going to be talking about veterans and stuff like that. So get ready, you Army people. I am going to be here to help you and serve you. Thank you for your service. So we are going to go there. All right. Well, I love you guys a lot, and I hope you guys are having a fun effing time.